Hi, welcome back. We're not in the park again. We've managed to escape. We're in Bulgaria, we're back. We desperately made it across Europe. Lots of lots of nasal trauma. But we're back and we're safe and we're fine. We've got the big gun out, we've got Air 2S. And we're gonna, you can't see it because it's over there, but we've got Buzludzha over there. It's a little bit windy, but we think this will be fine. So we're gonna give it a go, basically. Don't know what's going on with my screen here. Hang on, it's because I didn't turn on the screen recorder. But anyway, right, let's click on Go Fly. Let's just check the storage, just make sure we got enough space. We're in 4K 30, but I want to change that. Let's put it in 5.4K, 30 frames a second. Let's start the recording on the drone. And basically, we're going to try and do like a sort of, I mean, it's a shame, it was really sunny just a minute ago, but as always is with our video, the sun seems to elude us, even when we come to the hottest countries. I expect you might get a bit of wind on the mic as well, because it's quite windy up here. We're basically on a mountain, so let's see how we get on. I'm going to do a takeoff. Stand back. Oh, I didn't like that. Let's just check the propeller installation. Pretty sure should be all good. Yeah, I mean, we just traveled, so I suppose it could be, you know, that they're not in properly, but they look like they are. Let's just do a quick check. We did have this before with the Air 2S actually, didn't we? One of the first flights we did. It was a bit funny about it, but yeah, looks like it's yeah, that's a weird one. That's happened twice now with this drone. So let's try it again. It may just be that it's skidded on the pad a bit, and then, yeah, so there we go. So let's turn it round a bit. What sort of mode are we in? We're in normal mode. Seems very, yeah, it's because it's got the avoidance sensors on, it's a little bit sort of shy of going too close. So let's just do that. Right, so let's spin it round. I don't know if you can see on the camera. Let's bring it back a bit. I think it doesn't like that I'm there. Doesn't like that I'm there. So let's spin it round. Don't think we customized the spin settings on this. One thing I'll do is I'll go into the settings menu and I'll just check that we haven't done anything. Maybe it's on the camera side of things. Just check that we haven't done anything. Safety. Don't think so. Maybe control. It's probably control actually. Advanced gimbal settings. Let's just do a reset to make sure everything's good. Get it back to stock settings. Yeah, resetted that a few times, so it should be all right. Right, it's still recording. Just look at the camera slightly again. Oh, definitely don't want to go forward. But as you can see, the obstacle avoidance all works. Right, let's take it up and let's give you a view of what's going on up there. Just see what we get, see the view we get. So there we go. Just want to go up a bit higher. Now there was someone flying a drone around earlier. I don't know what kind of drone it was. It didn't seem to be like a Mavic style drone. But yeah, it's a shame the clouds clouds have gone in a bit. I've come over a bit and kind of blocked the sun a little bit at the moment, so I've got to take my sunglasses off, I think. But let's try and get a view out over. See if we can do a flyby. Yeah, we probably should have picked the beach or something for the first flight back, maybe. See, I'll make sure I can get enough height on it. Just make sure I get over the top. Pretty sure I will. Drop the camera down as we're going over. That's quite sketchy. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back it off from it. I'll put the camera up again. Some beautiful sights around here. I thought the 5.4K might actually be really useful in this area because it's really nice sort of mountain views. Yeah, let's just see if we can come back round. We don't want to go too high, we're sort of near the maximum height. Let's just turn round to look at the monument. See if we can do a circle of it. I'm not sure it was much sunnier when we did it previously. But yeah, I wanted to use the sort of quick shots because last time we did it with the Femi, and the Femi was sort of manual orbiting, but with this you've got like the ability to do quick shots. So I'm going to come out the recording, I'm going to go into here and do it's got quick shot, and what I want to do is like a kind of circle around it, and hopefully that will be able to see that and do a circle. Now let's keep it right. Here we go. Right, it should do this. Now you have to stop your video and do these things separately, but which is a bit of a pain, but let's keep an eye on it as it does its circle. Hopefully it will sort of work out what it looks like and do a full circle of it. It's saying 1-2%, so it's doing a circle. So can you control the camera while you're doing it? I think you can't. Can you do it? No, it doesn't let you control the camera while you're doing it, which makes sense really. So now it's going to do it's sort of like smart. And I was hoping that with the Femi X8 Mini that the Femi would get this as well, the ability to kind of circle things using a sort of like smart mode. You know, the only thing we have to be careful of, there was another drone about, and I don't know, it might have been an FPV drone. I wasn't sure. It could have been a Mavic drone, but it sounded like quite loud, and it was. I only caught a glimpse of it. It might, Rachel said it would look like a Mavic, but I thought it was doing like kind of acrobatic stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I saw a bird and confused it with it. I don't know, but yeah, it's going round now, so that's good. But yeah, it's a shame because it was like really bright and sunny like a few minutes ago, and maybe it'll come back in a second. But yeah, the weather hasn't quite been what we'd hoped when we got back. Really, it was. It's been there's been really hot days, but also a lot of rain and thunderstorms as well. So, yeah, we're not quite into the main summer season yet, though. It's kind of like, once it gets into sort of like the end of June, July, we should be getting like a lot more decent weather. If you saw our previous videos, you'll know what we mean, because I think we filmed that in August last year. But yeah, this is going round that, no problem. This is going round it, and it's doing a really good job of it. So yeah, really happy with, like, basically we brought the Femi last time, and the Femi, you had to fly right over the center of it. You had to position it right over the dome, if you like, and then back it away. It was a very manual job, whereas with this, it's pretty much a, it's like a draw a box over something and then go around it. It just saves you a lot of time. Right, I wonder what a Boomerang will do. Now, I don't know if it'll do something, iffy where it goes in low, but let's just take so it says unavoidable. It's the obstacle avoidance isn't available during this, but it's doing it in 4K. I think it can only do the quick shot. The sun's coming back. I'll keep my sunglasses off in a minute, but I think it can only do the 5.4K in normal video. I don't think it can do it in so it's reached maximum altitude, so maybe we've got to bring it down. Yeah, let's bring it down, because I don't think we need to be that high, but we're obviously above we're well above the ground here. Right, let's put that on there. Let's do it again. It's got a good view of it. Let's see what it does. Let's keep an eye on it, because we don't want it clattering into the ground or anything like that. But yeah, just keep a good eye on it. And obviously you got, you know, it's sort of a tourist location, but Bulgarians don't really like it, so they don't really come and visit it. You only really seem to get like international tourists. There's a few Bulgarians about, but I don't know, it just doesn't, it's an unloved, as you can see, it's falling to pieces. It's an unloved place. So, right, let's see what this Boomerang does. Subject lost. It's struggling, it is struggling with it. Let's try it again. Let's just pick the, yeah, people liken it to a UFO and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's, I think it was in one of the Jason Statham movies. I got it wrong last time, so I'm not going to attempt to rename the video again. But yeah, it's in some film. I think it's in a few films, to be honest with you. I thought I heard something about Fast and Furious as well. Maybe that's to do, I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Those not sort of films I usually watch, but right, so it's doing something now. It's definitely trying to do it. I don't know what the difference between I think Boomerang's where it kind of does like an orbit, but it goes up, and you know, it's kind of like a Saturn's ring, you know, sort of at a weird angle. So let's see how it gets on, but obviously you want to be ready to like kind of cancel it if anything goes wrong, if it gets too close. Yes, it's the maximum altitude issue again, so I think what we're going to have to do is come back a bit. We're going to have to come down to maybe 100 meters. We're going to have to come out. I think we've got to fly away. Hang on. So I'm going to try and get a better view of it from over here. Maybe pick the camera up a bit. Some beautiful views out over here though. It's just a very high, you know, like very windy location. I think that's the so maybe we can get a better. Look, now it's sort of picking it up. Now it's sort of picking it up, but it's picking up the tower. So what I want to do, I don't know how far away we need to be, but let's tap on that then. I don't know. I don't think we want that. I think we want sort of down this area, and then let's do a start. I just need to keep an eye on it, because there will be, you know, it's tall hills, and you know, there's lots of jagged outcrops, so you want to be careful that it doesn't kind of swing itself into it if there's no obstacle avoidance on. Let's see what it does. I think it's going to kind of go up over and around it, but this may not be the right feature for this, but we'll give it a go. But yeah, it seems to be doing something. But yeah, I forgot how windy it was up here, and I forgot how sort of like, it's not cold. I mean, I'm wearing a t-shirt. You're getting, I think it's a good sort of 18 to 20 degrees, but down on the ground, like, you know, under the mountain, if you like, it's like 24 or something, 25. So, right, let's just keep an eye on this, because it just looks very sort of close to that big tower. So I'm sure we are well above it, but it's just that, nah. So I don't think we can, I just don't think you can do it here because of the max altitude. I don't think we can do it. So we got our orbit, the orbit was working. So anyway, I'm going to come out of that, and I'm going to put it back into standard video, I think. How do we get back? We go back up there. We could do a Droney away from it. Let's put it in video first, 5.4K. That's what this drone excels at. So let's do a Droney away from it on the other side. And maybe this side is a good spot to do it from, actually, because I think last time we focused on the other side. And I want to go across really. So we focus on the other side. It's just the sun's very glary on the screen now. So what I might do is, like, yeah, do a Droney away from it or something, and we'll go forward, drop the camera down a little bit, and then just maybe come across a bit. Just try and line it up nicely. So I kind of like some of the background over there as well, actually, so it's quite nice. We'll go back a little bit. Right, now I'm going to stop the recording again. This will be fun to edit. Go into quick shots again, and let's do a Droney. Let's set it to something like, I don't know, 50 meters, because I think it'll struggle, but let's see. You're already dealing with a lot of height, so let's do start. Yeah, we're already quite high up from where we're stood to where the drone is, so I think that will make it difficult. Let's see what it does. I think it's going to be very quickly breaching. You know, I don't think you can do it. That's the problem. I think you're gonna have to cancel that. Now what we can do is we can come down a lot lower, I think, because we're not going to be flying over it. I think we come down a lot lower, go forward. There isn't really as many people on this side of the monument because the path goes nowhere, so maybe it goes, I don't think you can even go round. So let's pick the camera up a little bit. I don't know how this is going to look. It may look terrible, and let's do that, and let's do start, and let's see what it does now. So I think it'll do its Droney now. Let's just see what we get. I think that we will be able to achieve this one. So, but yeah, I think that's the thing when you're working at altitude, and you know there's a lot going on. You know, you're quite high already. I don't think it matters because it's based on the ground height here, but there's a lot, you know, you're getting quite high even if you just look up to, you know, if I could turn the camera you'd be able to see, but you know, it's already, you know, you're probably getting 20-30 meters up just by walking up there. So that's the difference that you've got really, and the issue. So be interesting to see if we get the precision landed right. So what I want to do now is I'm going to back it away from it. I'm going to come out, actually, I'm going to go back into normal video. We'll just have a good look around, really. Because like I said, last time we did it with the Femi, and I just don't think the Femi, I'm sort of doing a manual Droney from it now. But I don't know, the Femi just, for me, just didn't quite do it justice, I think. Because it was quite hard to position. We can have a little look around the area, see what you think of the Bulgarian countryside. And one of the good things about Bulgaria is there just seems to be lots of nice sort of beauty spots and very little people around. You know, you don't get crowds and crowds of people. I know there's a few people here, but you know, if this was the UK, I think you'd have a lot more people up here. It would be a serious tourist attraction. You know, you would probably have a lot of problems even being able to fly, just because it'd be very difficult to get near, really. You know, and there would just be too many people, and they would be interrupting the video, and they would be, you know, sometimes they're just watching and enjoying, but you know, they won't realize that they're kind of making it difficult to film. So but yeah, I think it's, you know, I quite like this little car park area down there. I've often thought of kind of taking the drone off from down there and then filming from far back, but as you can see, the height very quickly gets up. So, you know, we're at 97 meters now. I think you would, you know, you'd probably be like at maximum height just getting close to the the monument. So yeah, I think that's the problem. Let's just check where we are behind. Yeah, I can't, just trying to turn around so I can see the monument again. And then let's go in for another, let's go up. And I think we go and try and drop the camera down. So maximum altitude has been reached. Maybe that's why it was better when I did it up there. I did the video further up last time when we came. And let's just see. I mean, we've got obstacle avoidance on. I think we'll avoid it. Just think we'll avoid it, but let's just scan down as we go past and hope for the best. Yeah, it's going over, no problem. Yeah, I quite like doing that pass there. What I might do is I might go back the other way and do the same thing now. Just give it the same treatment, but from the other side. I know we did it earlier, but it's worth having a go. These are the sort of cinematic shots, I think, that I've been trying to get, really, you know, back in the UK, but never really got the right thing to fly over. But at least we're not in the park for once. Right, so let's go for it again. Let's drop the camera down as we come over. I think what we want to do is sort of drop the camera down as you go over it. And there we go. You can see the sort of ruins that as they're... Oh. Okay, so what I want to do is I just want to move it out of the way of this monument first. Hang on. Pick the camera up, but it does need to come back because the battery is not brilliant. But what I want to do is kind of make sure that I'm not over it when it comes to returning home, because when you return home, you know you don't. Right, so let's do return to home now. So now it should start to do the return to home. So it'll be very interesting to see this footage, what the 1-inch sensor looks like, you know, picking up this view. We did it last time with the Fimi X8 SE. I think you'd struggle with anything bigger than these bigger drones, like, you know, so I think we didn't have a 1-inch sensor, of course, on the Fimi X8 SE. No other drone that we got has got that kind of level of sensor. So last time the picture quality wasn't too bad, but I think we were still making videos in HD then as well instead of 4K. But I don't know, I don't think the picture quality was quite as good, right? So obviously it's above us now. Let's drop the camera down. I think it probably is already down, actually. But let's see how well it lands on this pad. I need to stand back from it because, you know, it's going to be searching for the pad. It might be looking to see if there's anything around it as well. So maybe if I stand back further. But we'll keep an eye on it, get ready to sort of cancel it if anything goes wrong. But yeah, it's quite windy, so let's see how it does. This looks like it's coming down fine. Seems to have the pad pretty close in. The grass isn't massively high, but it's a bit uneven, the terrain. So it's not ideal. But here we go. It's searching for that pad, I think. And I don't think it's got it. It hasn't got it. Yeah, it's quite a way off the pad there. I mean, it is a windy location. It is, you know, it is what it is. But there we go, look, Air 2S, 1-inch sensor on there. Same, that's, you know, same sort of sensor, I think. So on this camera, you know, basically decent kind of size. The fan is blowing like a maniac. It's basically trying to keep itself cool. But yeah, big beast of a drone. And I think you need that round here. I mean, we do have the Mini 2 with us, but I'm a little bit nervous because, you know, to try and put it up because I think, you know, a small drone here, the wind gusts are probably a bit too high. But yeah, what do you think? I mean, we may find a cool location on the way back, basically. But yeah, it's looking all good. Good thing is the camera hasn't overheated as well. I was a bit nervous because we're out in the sun here, and this camera's new to Bulgaria. We never used it over here, so I'm going to turn this drone off now, just to sort of, oh, hang on, I shouldn't have turned it off because I didn't cancel the video. So a good tip, actually, I'm going to turn it back on. So it's back on, and when it reconnects, I'm going to start the video again, and then I'm going to stop the video because there's a chance that you could lose your video if you don't. So let's see when it comes back up and it reconnects. You know, this is a good test. Now, it may not have ruined the video. It did look like it was stopping the video, but right. So it's saying low battery. Turn on the recording. Let's do a few seconds, and then turn it off again, and that apparently should solve it. So hopefully we haven't ruined the video. But yeah. It's all looking good. Drone's off, back down on the pad, all safe. Now that handled the wind up there, no problem. I mean, I did do a UAV forecast, but I don't think it picks up the location here correctly. I think it probably picks up somewhere down over there, you know, the nearest big town or something. and I think that would cause a problem, because down there it will be 24 degrees, the wind will be very light, like 13 miles an hour maybe, you know, I think it was saying 4 miles an hour, 13 mile an hour gusts. This is up here, I'm sure it must be more. But yeah, but anyway, you know, it managed to go up there, managed to have a good look around it. I wonder how that will compare with the Femi footage that we got before. I mean, on specs and in reality, I'm sure that this camera should just blow the Femi away. I mean, it's a 1-inch 5.4K camera, you know, and it really should have. I mean, we filmed the quick shots in 4K because I don't think you can film them in 5.4, but it's not gonna, you know, the 5.4K just sharpens it up a little bit. It's not gonna make a massive difference. You know, I mean, when we bought our Air 2, actually, what we used to fly on the channel, we sold that on now, but we bought that here in Bulgaria, and we bought it like after we've been to here, so we didn't get to actually fly around it with the Air 2, because we're about 3 hours from where our house is. But it's a really nice place to come. You know, it's just a, you know, nice mountain. I think it's a mountain. I'm pretty sure it's a mountain. It feels like it's a mountain. And yeah, it just, you know, nice view around. It's a nice sort of focal point as well. You know, you can try out your cinematic shots. So if you've got a location like this, it's, you know, it's really useful for trying out things. You know, it's much easier than the park. Although a park in Doncaster looks very nice, the scrapyard doesn't quite compare to, well, this scrapyard, because this is kind of a scrapyard as well. The places are ruined, but I think they're working on it. I don't know. Most of the YouTube videos you see from here are people breaking in and trying to sort of like get inside and see what it looks like in there. Obviously it's ruined. I mean, it was very grand when it was built, and it, you know, it kind of amazing and dominates the mountains, and you can see it down from the town. It really dominates. You can look up and see it. So it's pretty impressive, but, you know, cost a lot of money. I think a lot of money that Bulgaria probably didn't have to spend. But anyway, you know, hopefully that was useful to you. You know, nice view over. Hopefully a nice look at the Air 2S. You know, hopefully you enjoyed that. And hopefully we can do some more videos with this drone, because we've only had it out once, the first test really, because all the interest is in Femi drones. You know, people want to see like the new Femi Mini, and, you know, to be honest, this is an amazing drone. The issue, there's ants all over it now. Got a lot of ants up here, really big for somewhere that's not like mega hot. But yeah, you know, like obviously this is a lot more expensive than the Femi Mini, and, you know, there's the whole issue that it's over 250 grams as well, so that can put people off. But if you know, if you want to come up to a place like this, I think you do need that that kind of drone, you know. I mean, maybe we'll try the Mini 2, but I think it's a possible chance of losing it, definitely. But yeah, I suppose we could get it out and just see how it gets on, like maybe low, and then if it looks like if it's moaning about the wind, maybe you could bring it in. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Hope that was a nice view for you. If you did like the video, if you could like it, that'd be great. If you've not subscribed already, please subscribe. Then you get notified of more videos that we do. But thanks very much for watching. You've been great as always. We really appreciate you watching. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again in the next one. Thanks very much.